Hello guys, welcome to another video. Hey, it's been a very long time since I gave you guys a video. Well, life has been very tough on my side, but I'm back now. All is over and I'm ready to teach and make more videos for you guys. So let's get started. So we're going to look at Nasdaq today, and you already know how we do things here, unless if you're new on the channel. So if you're new after watching the video, if you like my style of teaching, just don't forget to like or subscribe. So let's get started. So we're going to look at the highest time frame, from the highest time frame, and then we drill down until we get to the smaller time frame, so that we can unpack the structure from the bigger picture until we get to the smaller time frames where we'll be trading, so that when we make that final decision, at least we know how each and every time frame looks. So this is how the price looks like on our monthly chart, and we can clearly see that the price is bullish. Why am I saying that? Because remember, we've been looking at this one for months and months, ever since I started this channel, and we had said that because the price dipped down lower, it moved lower than this area of support or demand here, we said that when the price did that, there was a higher chance that the price would drop until the next zone, until the next demand or support. But that didn't happen, right? We saw the price only managed to break that support with just tails. So the tails were lower than the support, but the sellers failed to continue with that momentum. The sellers failed to close outside that support that they broke there, which is a sign that as much as they managed to push lower than the support, but these bulls here looks like they are not ready to give up that easily. So from there, the bulls managed to fight and keep on rising, or keeping the price above that horizontal line that I marked there, and then the price from there, it went all the way up. So the reason why I'm saying it's bullish is because we were bearish. We had a bearish trend line there, and our nearest area of resistance was here, and we can see the sellers, the bulls pushed from there all the way up, breaking the trend line and also breaking the resistance. That's what we're saying. Currently, the price is bullish. And even though it's bullish, but it is inside a very critical level, which is what? Resistance. So if you've been holding your buy trade, managing to take trades because you can see that the price is bullish, now the price has entered a level where you need to be careful with your buy trades. You need to make sure that you have, your stop losses, you adjust them nicely, and then you exit some of your trades, because this resistance, as much as the price is bullish, we do know that the price doesn't have to move like this just because it's bullish. It can be bullish and move like this. It is still bullish. So that's why, because we are inside this critical level, the price, the sellers can try and force the bulls to go for a pullback if they want to continue. So that's why we are saying the level that we are at currently is very critical. So you need to make sure that if you've got buy trades, you have your stop losses, in place, right? So that's all that we have here on our monthly chart. So when you're moving down to the other time frame, we'll be able to see whether there's a chance of us selling, or we just need to wait for this to be removed there. So if this is removed, if this is taken out, if let's say you don't get a chance to sell, then you wait for that resistance to be removed, then that will open more space for the bulls to push up. So in this case, because where you are, like the location, you have got two options. Are you gonna get a chance to sell, or if you don't get, then the bulls will they be able to move past that? Because if they remove this obstacle, then you know that when you are buying, you don't have anything around that will be pushing against your trade. So that's what you should be looking at there. So the level that we're at is very critical. We can go for a pullback, or the price can go for the main area of resistance, which is the one that started this whole thing. So let's check what we have on weekly. So even on weekly, definitely we are going to the upside, and all of this started here. Remember when the price was here? That's when on the monthly we had said that it removed that support to the left, but it failed to continue going to the downside. It only broke the support with tails, but it failed to close below, right? When you look at it here on weekly, we can see that, because remember, when the price is bearish, or when the bears are in control, when the sellers are in charge, they need to do what? They need to create new low, break the previous low. This is the low. They need to come and break the previous low. They need to do that. If they keep on doing that, then we will say that they will keep on being in control. The price will keep on being in a bearish trend. But the moment they create a low and allow the bulls to go for a pullback, and they don't come and break that low, if they only end somewhere there and then they go up, this is where we are saying no, their strength is no longer the same. Because if they were still fully in charge, if they were still fully strong, they were supposed to break this low. If they don't break the low, that's the first sign of weakness in their trend, which is what we saw here. Because of what we were moving to the downside, breaking the lows, but then this happened where the price gave us the low. This was a pullback towards the resistance, which is good, and then the price went back. But when it went back, it failed to give us a new low. If you are bearish, but you don't give us a new low, that's where we are saying you're no longer strong. The bulls looks like they are up to match your power. They're up to match your strength. And that's when the bulls, from there, they never looked back because they only took off from there and then until where we are currently. And you can see when they were denying the sellers a chance to give us a new low, that's when you can see they were having this, which is what you call bullish pin bars. So the bullish pin bars or the bullish rejection candlesticks basically mean that the price is moving to the downside and then all of a sudden we see it pushing up, leaving a tail below. That's what we mean when we're saying the bulls are rejecting the price, because they're the ones that are pushing up, leaving that tail there. So this shows that there's some sudden strength in the bulls. And from there we can see that's where from there they took off like that. So that's why when you're holding your buy trades or you're holding your sell trades, prices in a certain trade, certain trend, you need to be able to spot possible signs that the trend could be coming to an end. And this is one of the things that you need to look for. When you're going to the downside, the minimum thing you need to do is to give us a lower low. If you don't give us a lower low, how are you still in charge if you're not breaking the previous low? Because if you don't break that previous low, you won't be able to keep on going to the downside, which is what we saw here. So currently, the weekly is in an uptrend, like the monthly is also in an uptrend, and we are saying this is a very critical level on weekly because of what, even when you check it, it's the one that pushed all the way to the downside. And if you go to the left, you can see it pushed down until there, and then it broke some of these areas of support. So it's the same thing, it is located inside that monthly one, so it's a critical level even on this chart, or on this time frame rather. So it's very possible that the price from where it is, it can go for what? For a pullback. But you need to remember the trend is going up. So when you're thinking of taking a sell trade, you must make sure that your trade, there's a lot of confirmation around that. You're not going to go in blindly and say because of we are at the resistance, the price has to go down. No, because we're at the resistance, but we're not going to the downside. In terms of the trend is going up. So when you're trying to anticipate a pullback or a potential trend reversal, you need to make sure that there are signs. The location alone is not enough. You need to get more confirmation before you can sell there. So currently, weekly is going up, and we have our bullish trend line there, and we have the closest area of support or demand on weekly. It's here, and then we are inside the resistance. So there's a chance that the price could reverse from there and move towards this bullish trend line and also the support or the demand, or it can just move higher than that resistance, then continue going up until this main area of resistance there at the top. So we will see when you are drilling down to the other time frames. So this is what we have on daily. Daily is also straight to the upside, and it's also upside. So it's also at what? The critical area of resistance there, which is the same one we saw on weekly, we saw on monthly. So we're not going to go into details with that one. So the trend we're saying is currently bullish. We have a bullish trend line there, and we have an area of what? Of support or demand here. So what you need to take from this is the same thing that I've been saying from the monthly, the weekly. We are saying that we are at a very critical level. Yes, we are going up, but there's a chance that we could have a pullback. So there's a chance that the price could go towards the trend line or the support. If that chance doesn't come and the price takes out that resistance, it would have removed the obstacle. Then it will be, another smooth highway type of a move towards that area of resistance there at the top, right? So you need to understand that because the trends are pushing up, when you think of taking a sell trade, there should be some form of confirmation that you're going to apply. Otherwise, it will be just a suicide type of a trade. So we don't want that. But when you're buying, there you have got more chances because of what the trend is pushing up anyway. So there's a chance that the price could go for a pullback. So on your smaller time frame, just look for signs of trend reversal or any signs of rejections there, because the location is suggesting that the price or the sellers could try and fight the bulls there, try and force them to go for a pullback or change the trend completely. So that's what we'll be looking for when you're going to the smaller time frames. So let's check what we have on H4. So that's why it's very important that when you're trading, even though you could be someone that's trading on a smaller account and you'll only be taking your trades on M15, that's fine. But you can't just open M15 and then you make your decisions there. You can, but in most cases, you're going to miss out on this information that I'm sharing now, because you won't be able to see the price the way we are seeing it here. Remember, when you're on M15, the scale is very small, which means there you'll only be seeing things sort of, it's zoomed in. So there's a lot that you're going to miss there. So this is what we have on H4. We already know the location where we are in terms of the level where we said is a very critical level. So we're not going to waste time with that. And we can see that H4 is also bullish. You can put your bullish trend line there. And we can see that the next zone in terms of the support is this one here. So if we are saying that there's a chance that the price could go for a pullback, you can see when you're moving down to H4 already, we can see the price is pushing down, which means if you're someone that's trading on H4, you are late, because if you could have gotten a sign there, I don't see any reason why you would wanted to sell there. There was no sign, but already the price is touching what? Because remember, if you're selling, it means you are saying the price has a chance to go towards your demand or support or a bullish trend line, basically. So it means when you're selling, you'll be placing your take profits at that demand, at that next support, or at that bullish trend line. So if you are trading on H4, you can see already selling is something that you are late, basically, because of what? You were supposed to sell and target the bullish trend line, target a support, or target the demand. So you can see already we are touching the trend line. So because we had said that there's a chance that when you looked at monthly, weekly, and daily, there's a chance that even on those time frames you can go for, we could go for a pullback maybe for a few days, right? So it means if you wanted to continue selling, if you already sold and then now the price is touching the trend line here on H4, it means you are done for now, because you cannot predict beyond that, because the trend is still going up. So if you wanted to continue selling, the price should then say, no, you see, we are going for a deeper pullback. The price should challenge that trend line. The price should challenge that support. Then that's when you can say, this is the confirmation that you said I should wait for, because the price already is showing you that the sellers, they mean business. Look at them. They're demolishing the bullish trend line. They're taking out the support. Then that's when you can say the pullback, I will try and jump on that so that I can be part of this deeper pullback. And the deeper pullback, we're basically talking about it trying to challenge, trying to reach for that, or even on weekly, trying to reach for that. So that's why we're saying, if you're on H4, you wanted to sell, you could have done that until the current trend line. But if there's a chance that the price could make a deeper pullback, you would have to wait for it to remove these obstacles here before you can join in again. So let's check what we have on H1. So this is the structure on H1. We can see here some of these tiny areas of support have been removed. And here on H1, was there any sign that the sellers are coming in? Yes. Why do I say that? Because remember, we broke this high, right? And then we moved up, and it's unfortunate that the trend line was going to look weird if you placed it, but you can see what I mean. We had this, and then now the price dropped with this strong trend candlestick, and then the price was moving up, and then it dropped with this, which is what we call bearish engulfing, which basically means that the bears have sort of swallowed or engulfed the previous candlesticks. So that is a sign that the bears are very, very aggressive. So you can see that bearish engulfing was a sign that the price could be, preparing to go for a deeper pullback, because at the time, or even currently, we have got this as the next area of support, which is not yet broken. So you can see it was tested there, then the price rejected, tested here, stayed there, the price now is being challenged, because remember, the more a zone is being tested, the weaker it becomes. So should this one be removed, then the next one will be somewhere there, right? So which is why I'm saying the sign that the price now could be going to the downside. When you look at this movement here, this pullback, there was nothing that could have forced you to take a sell trade there. But now when you look at the second one, when the price is coming to the downside, here there's a sign that the sellers are becoming aggressive, and you can see that they also had these pin bars there, broke below, now they're pushing to the downside, you see. So there's a sign that the price could be going for a deeper pullback. So now this is our M15. I don't like going lower than this ones, but it's fine. So just so that I show you how to apply all these concepts on whatever time frame that you want to trade on. So even here you're having a trend, and then what happened was that this trend line was removed, these areas of support were removed, which means you became bearish, and all this bearish trend was started by this huge area of what? This huge area of resistance. It's a pity that you went up to it, but you could have missed this trade a little bit. But you can see what I mean when I say you need to make sure that when you're taking your sell trade on the very same time frame while you're trading, you're going to trade until the next obstacle. If I was selling on this M15, maybe let's say I decided to sell up there, I will target this. I was going to target this support in the bullish trend line. Now I will have to wait for them to be removed before I can think of joining again, which is the same thing that I said you should do here on H4, to say that if you had gotten your sell trade, now it's too late, you have touched the support. Then if you want to sell again, you'll have to wait for them to be removed. Then you'll be trying to get something like that. Something like that should happen first before you can join again. I think I can end it there. So that's what you should expect, guys. So if you want to sell, you can see there's a possibility of the price going for a pullback. But if you don't get confirmation, because the trends are pushing up, you're not gonna enter. All right, guys, if you have watched this far and you think I'm onto something, please subscribe so that whenever I make the new upload, the video can be suggested to you. But otherwise, I'm gonna end this one here. That's what you can look out for when the market opens on Monday. Then we'll take it from there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.